Hey guys, what's up? It is currently 6 in the morning. It's a little after 6, but it's 6 in the morning. We're up and we're ready. We are currently on our way to work. Yes, we are driving 3.5 hours to go to work. A lot of people don't know that I commute for work. I commute here in San Antonio, and sometimes I also commute back home in the valley. I just thought that I should vlog a week in my life about my commuting, because I know a lot of people are not familiar with commuting with jobs, even though that actually is such a common thing. And like moving here to San Antonio, I realized it is such a common thing to commute for work. Like I've met so many people back in the valley. Like I know there's some people that do know about commuting. I'm not saying no one knows that exists. It's just that there's a lot of people who aren't as open-minded to it. A lot of people thought I was crazy for doing this, but it's just a decision that I decided to make, and I'm loving it. I am excited. Okay, wait, let me go get my coffee. Hold on.
She's in Starbucks. What can I get you started with?
Hi, can I have a brown sugar oat milk shake and espresso? It's 6 in the morning. Your girl needs to get her coffee. So like I was saying, commuting is fairly new to me. When I made this decision to commute, I was like, am I crazy? I'm crazy, right? And I have met people that thought that I was crazy about it. I just thank God all the time that I didn't listen to them, because your girl's doing fine. I have this padding right here. It's like seat padding, because I drive a lot. My mom got it for me because I was begging for one. It's a massager and heater, like for my back. I have lower back problems as it is. It makes it even worse that I commute back and forth and I'm always in the car. Okay, so if I'm gonna be driving almost 4 hours, I'm gonna obviously need my cup of coffee for the morning. I just think that if you're gonna wake up before 6 a.m., drink some coffee. You need some coffee, girl. I like this one because like how strong it tastes. Sweet coffee kind of like the taste is just really bad in my mouth. And then I get the spinach feta wrap, especially whenever I'm driving. It's just easier to eat something small. I don't usually eat heavy in the morning, so a spinach feta wrap really does the trick. Okay, so let me get out of the city before I continue on with vlogging. Okay, we're back. So I did say I was just gonna drive out of the city and then start recording again, but I decided to shave off 30 minutes off my time instead. While I was driving, I was like thinking this might have to be like 2 separate vlogs, like 2 separate videos, because since I'm barely introducing to a lot of you guys that I commute, and I feel like this explanation is gonna be throughout this drive, I might as well separate these 2 videos instead. Okay, so where do I begin? I never planned to do this. Although, as dancers, artists, being in the dance industry, I always knew a career like that, eventually I'm gonna have to commute. But I didn't think that that was gonna be my life now. It didn't seem that crazy to me. I was like, might as well start now. What if the commuting life wasn't for me, and like I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't done this now? I'm not gonna tell you that I love it, but I mean that in the sense of like, I hate driving. I hate driving. That is so ironic of me to commute and decide to commute, because if you know me so well, I absolutely hate driving. Look at me now. Props to me, girl, because I've been doing this for like 4 to 5 months. It just so happens that I have my marketing job and the Spurs Hype Squad come into my life at the same time. Obviously, I take dance very seriously. That is more of my career route. I took my dance career seriously about 5 years ago, but I took my training to the next level like a 1.5 years ago. When I was ready to move that into something bigger, I had all of these options of what am I gonna do next for dance. If you want to be in the dance industry, girl, I'm telling you right now, learn how to network. It's something that I did have to learn along the way, and it's also something that really, really helped me. I have always wanted to get out of my hometown, but it's so funny now that I'm like still in the valley when you think about it. It's very normal for a dancer to have more than one job. The economy here just ain't it, you know what I mean? I started working for an arena, which is actually the same arena that I was in for the G League. I kind of find this as a blessing. Throughout my dance journey, I fell in love with business and entertainment. One, I thought event coordinator was very interesting. I'm someone who needs to be on their feet all the time, constantly moving, planning things. I love planning things out. I'm such a list girly. I love creating concepts. So I was interested in event coordinator, but marketing is what I fell in love with the most. I'm just the kind of person that's just like, when I want it, like I'm gonna work hard for it. So I decided to just take classes of marketing and social media marketing. I really didn't want to walk in a marketing office and then be like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Not to say that I didn't know anything at all, but I didn't want to be that person. So then after working at the arena for a year, eventually I was able to start working with the team. At the same time, when I started doing that, that's when my training really took up a notch, like my dance training. The marketing department knew that I was a dancer as well. They were really supporting about it. So while I was working hard for the marketing department, all in all at the same time, opportunity after opportunity in my dance career. I didn't know if my life was going to take me outside of the valley just yet. I did know I wasn't going to be in the G League anymore. That was already in my mind and in my heart for a while now. I felt like my time was up. I'm in the middle of contemplating where my dance career is going to take me. I came back from Chicago, took my dance training over there. It was definitely something that I didn't think I was ever going to do, but I'm glad that I did it anyways. I needed to figure out what is next for me. The training is different. The coming back from Chicago was what really, really opened my mind. I wasn't ready. I'm not saying that I wasn't ready to move at all. A lot of things that I had on my list were definitely not there yet. And that's okay. I was genuinely okay with it. It was something that I needed to figure out myself. I took myself out of my comfort zone. And then I'm like, look at all the other opportunities you had this past year. Even if I didn't make it to the Spurs, I would have regretted not trying. So I went for it. I went through all the rounds, and I mean, you know the end result. Spurs and my marketing job fell into my life at the same time. And you would think one decision is enough. No, it wasn't. I'm just so happy with the way that things turned out. I'm grateful every single day. If I'm ever tired, I think about how lucky I am for the things that I'm tired for. I ended up getting the marketing position first. We hadn't received like an email or a call whether or not we made it for the team. I was stressing myself out on making a decision for so long. Honestly, guys, I really think it was like my second week on the job, officially in office. I was like, well, you know, I got the marketing position. They haven't called me up for the Spurs. I don't know. I don't even know if I made it. And then I get the freaking call, and I was just like, there's no way that I am dissing this opportunity. How are you not gonna take the Spurs? You gotta be crazy. As soon as I got that call, I was like, I know exactly what I want. I want both. Why do I have to choose? Why can't I have both? The first person I talked to was my mom. I was like, Mother, I have an idea. I'm glad that I went to my mom first, because when I brought this idea to her, she had no hesitations. She was like, truck drivers do it. She knew that if I put my mind into something, she knew that I was going to get it done. I probably would actually think I sounded more crazy with my decision making if it wasn't for her. So I came up with a game plan. I wanted to go to my boss first. Before I came up to her, I wrote everything down. Remember how I told you I was a list girly? Well, I'll tell you, I had a list. All I needed to do was kind of just put that together and talk to her about everything. And I was so scared because I understand why she would tell me no. I go into her office and I was like, Chris, I need to talk to you. I was so nervous to even bring it up because I really, really thought in the back of my head, she's gonna reject it. I sat down and I was like, so, as you know, dance career and the thing is that she was also very, very supportive of my dance career too. I told her, you know, a little while ago I decided to try out for the San Antonio Spurs. She was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I was just like, right. And the thing is that we just got a call and I made it for the Spurs. And it's the fact that she like immediately congratulated me and was like, oh my God, Kim. She was like, wait, this is big. Like, this is amazing. She was just so happy for me. I think in her head, she was just like, oh, like, she's here for 2 weeks and she's already leaving. I was like, thank you. But here's the thing. And then I said, with that being said, I have decided to take the position for Spurs Hype Squad. And she was like, okay. And then I was like, but I also want to stay here in the marketing department. I had this whole speech ready for her, telling her why this is gonna work. Immediately, my boss said, okay. I go, huh? She's probably looking at this like, girl, it's not that big of a deal. She said that even if it wasn't Spurs and I had something else, dance career-wise, she knew that that was something in my life already that I already had. I was still gonna have like possible outcomes on doing both. She was like, Kim, there is more than life. There is more to life than just your job. That's crazy, right? Like I said, she's probably gonna look at this and be like, no, it's not. That's her normal. And the thing is that I've never had a boss or a job supporting enough of my dance career. I say that I reside in San Antonio because I do have an apartment in San Antonio. I think the longest I've been in San Antonio was like 3 weeks, which was actually this past 3 weeks that we had at the end of January. So now for the month of February, I'm taking advantage of the fact that we do not have games at all. I wanted to take advantage of going to the Valley more often this month because next month in March, I'm not going to be in the Valley at all, so that I can put a lot of my time there before I completely ghost them for the month of March. Driving 6 in the morning to the Valley is what I'm going to start doing, and this is the first time that I'm driving from 6 in the morning to over there. And another reason why I decided to do it like that, because I had originally been driving during the nighttime. It was really taking a toll on me to drive at night. I was getting home at like 2 a.m. needing to clock in at work at 9. At first, I was like, I could do it. But then when I kept doing it, I obviously needed to catch up on my sleep. I was like, let me try something new. Let me make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm going to drive at 6 in the morning and clock in. This is where we're at now. It's really paying off. After January, I did take up some time and resting and just forcing myself not to physically doing anything, to catch up on sleep, to catch up on rest, to spend time with my dog. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4 to 5 months already. I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I still love what I'm doing nonetheless, and I'm grateful every single day for it. Anyways, guys, I freaking told you that this was gonna take forever on the whole talking and stuff. We have 1 more hour to go. I have my work clothes under this shirt, but I just wanted to stay cozy. I think I'm gonna call it off here. What I'm gonna do next is probably start the next video that you're gonna see on this channel after this one. I'm gonna try to do like a week in my life of what it looks like to commute. Even though I recorded this for the longest time, who freaking knows if I'm gonna even decide to upload this. Once I get to my job, I'm probably gonna put my makeup in the car and then clock in, and that's pretty much it. So I will see you in the next video, which would literally be like the next transition of this video. It was nice catching up with you guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys next one.